Alright, so this is what I did with myself after the military sexual assault. I basically turned myself into a weapon. I trained under two grandmasters at the same time. I hold two black belts in two styles. Currently working on my third black belt. I currently train in Style 2 and Style 3 simultaneously. Style 2 is Kuki-1 Taekwondo. I also train in a different style of Taekwondo with a different master. I'm a blue belt level 1 in that style, so I'm a first dan level 3 in Kuki-1, blue belt level 1 in the third style. When it's all done and said, I'll be a Kuki-1 Taekwondo master with 3 black belts in 3 styles when it's all done and said. This is what these people are going to get because they decided to put their hands on me where it didn't belong. They did it multiple times, lied, and covered it up. I was basically forced to learn how to defend myself aggressively, not relying on one style. I cross-trained across 4 styles. I took bits and pieces. I'm not mastering all of that. I'm mastering what matters. And I borrowed pieces from different arts. The way my brain works. It's kind of photographic, but how it works, I don't know the exact term. The martial arts, when I learn it, I can watch it on the screen and duplicate almost all moves. Almost. Not every one. All I have to do is see it, and I can probably duplicate it. So, but the basics is the foundation. You have to master the basics for it to be effective. So I'm not saying that you're going to take something off the screen and do it perfectly. The basics is the foundation. You have to master that first and build up. But I kind of did it backwards. I learned advanced technique before I mastered my basics. The first time I did a tornado kick was in 1997. 4 months into my training, I was already doing tornado kicks. Tornado kick is usually advanced blue belt to red belt level. I was doing that 4 months into my training. Tornado kicking shit to me now. I can do tornado kick like 20 times down up and down the floor without breaking a sweat. That kick is easy because I started that kick early on in my training. Basics, nothing to me, and I started doing more advanced stuff. Now, I'm 46 years old, and I can best quite a few people. I used to run prison units. I used to deal with prison inmates and had one inmate that decided he was going to try to harm another inmate, and I had to put myself in harm's way to save the other inmate's life. Usually, protocol requires weapons team because he had a weapon. Because of the exigent circumstances and me needing to save someone's life, I was able to ignore protocols, put myself in there. He came at me. I hit him with a front leg defensive roundhouse kick to the solar plexus and dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Oh, his weapon, a mop stick. I took it out of his hand and twirled it like a bow staff, and I got into my pose, and I didn't even know I did all that, but I was ready to tear him apart. I like literally twirled it like a bow staff, went into my back stance, in a back stance, with my pose with the mop stick in my right hand, and my left hand was like this, and I didn't even know I did all that. That's just years and years and years of training. And then the other inmates started laughing. He's like, "You know something?" And I was like, "Maybe." Of course, I didn't announce to the world what I do. So, like once again, I didn't plan to do what I did to him. The muscle memory just kicked in, and I instinctively disarmed him and kicked him across the room. That's years of training. So, I hate. It's funny when these people underestimate my capabilities, and I have to show them otherwise. And then when I do combat, I have to tone it down to protect you against yourself. I cannot fight the average person against with my full capabilities. That's not going to work out well for them. So I have when I get attacked by somebody that knows nothing, I have to figure out how to save them from themselves. So now I have to figure out how to not harm them, and it's like defend myself and try to figure out how to not harm them at the same time. And I had another instance where I did that exact same thing. I was a security guard at the Greyhound bus station here in Houston, and I had a weapon. I was armed, and that weapon was to make money. It was never to be used on a person. Like I got that because I needed money. That's what that was about. So he decided he was going to try to do something. This weapon cannot use, even if I wanted to do it, couldn't do it. Too many people around, too dangerous, too risky. Pepper spray, once again, too risky. Heavily populated public place, not a good idea because it will affect innocence. Anything that affects innocent life, you have to find an alternative way to deal with the situation, because you cannot bring an innocent people into your confrontation. So, because you'll get in trouble for that. So what I had to do was I relied on my foot. I hit him with a front leg defensive side kick to the rib cage. I break boards with that easily. So his he went from a confident look in his face to a oof, because I know he felt my side kick to the rib cage. His attack stopped. That's all it took. Front leg side kick to the rib cage. He didn't attack me again, because I know when I hit him, he felt every bit of that side kick, and that was minimal power. I didn't blast him in the ribs. That was it was maybe enough to break boards. I may have cracked his rib cage. That's why the oof look on his face. I was like, bro, come on now. You can't be walking up on people and trying to get up in people's faces now. So people have tried, and they have learned lessons. I'm out of here.